Have you ever seen Jurassic Park? That very famous film by Steven Spielberg? Well, yeah, I think I've seen one or maybe two. There are three films. And what's about dinosaurs? Well, everybody knows what it's all about. And yeah, it's one of the greatest films ever made. And yes, I like dinosaurs. They're great prehistoric creatures, and to this day we still try to do some research on them, trying to understand them, how they lived, what they did in their time of being. Yeah, it's all fun, nice. Obviously enough, were there any good games about dinosaurs? And I can say there were. There were a lot of games about dinosaurs, like Primal Rage on Sega Genesis. It's Mortal Kombat style action. It was good, it was gory, yeah. I didn't play that much, but I remember my very old childhood, I indeed played this game. And of course there were games about Jurassic Park, there were games on Nintendo, Sega and many other consoles and stuff. Even there was actually another Jurassic Park recently made by Telltale Games, but I never seen it. I never played Telltale Games. Shame on me, of course. But I'm not here about Jurassic Park. No, I'm here to talk about one of the very old school games which was released very long time ago. I think it was like 15, 16 years ago? Yeah. Here's the thing. Does Turok ring any bells for you? And if it does, great. There's still some hope in you. If you don't, you can go die in hell. Anyway, Turok is well, it's a franchise, I suppose. It had lots of comic books, lots of books, even animated film. And there were some games, obviously, like 5-6 games. I can't remember exactly, but there were a lot, I must say. What's Turok about? Many times it was called Turok, the Son of Stone, or Turok, Dinosaur Hunter. Many different names was about this. Who is Turok? He's a Native American who kills dinosaurs. That's his job. He's just a badass guy who can kill any dinosaur whatever the time, whenever he can. So yeah. And games, yes, there were games and they were really amazing back then. They were developed by Iguana Entertainment and published by Acclaim. There are a lot of stuff these guys made back then in 90s, but they no longer exist right now. All companies are defunct, as far as I know. There were dinosaurs. I mean, there was Turok Evolution, there was Turok 2, there was Turok 3, and finally there's this bastard child Turok, which is a reboot of the series. And after this game, there were no games about Turok at all. Sadly enough, there's no more Turok games being developed. But maybe it's for the good, because nowadays companies will just butcher the franchise of it if they get hands of it. And yeah, I think they finished up when they should have done it. I think, yeah. Last Turok game was released in 2008. And as I said, it was a reboot. It wasn't about old stuff, it was about those guys, it was about that and this. It still was about dinosaurs, obviously. How can you make a Turok game without dinosaurs? But it got mixed opinion. Some people like it, some people don't. I myself played it back in the day on PS3 and I kinda like, okay, but not badass as other games. And I have right now one of those games about Turok which I really love. I adore it very much, and I think it was one of the best action shooters at the end of the 90s. In fact, Turok 2 Seeds of Evil. It was originally released for Nintendo 64 in 1998, on October 21st, it got two ports, one Game Boy Color, another is PC. PC got ports on January 31st in 1999, so basically it was the last year of 20th century. I think it was like what, 5-6 months before Drakan was made. What a coincidence. But anyway, Turok 2 Seeds of Evil I consider the best of the series. I didn't play other games, except for Reboot and Turok Evolution. I didn't play that much, but I played this one a lot. And boy, it's great. Boy, it's gory. I just love it. You can fuck around with this game. There's shit ton of blood, shit ton of shit, and shit ton of weapons. Yes, I said shit ton of shit as well. You wanna see it for yourself? Let's do it. The classic. Going back to the future. I mean, to the past. But, like always, it's one of those games released in 90s. So, you have your some settings before you start the game, but there are also settings in the game, but these are more important. You can change your audio, video settings, and finally controls. And oh, look at this shit right now. Like I said, back then games were very simple. Arrows you walk, everything else is everything else on your keyboard. So basically arrows were supposed to walk for me, and 1 to 0, even no, from slash to backspace. Those were weapons, and from tab to another slash, it also were weapons. That's enough weapons in this game. I didn't count them, but I think about 20 weapons in this game. That's a lot. So of course, if you want to play like a modern gamer, you of course need to do some keybiting sounds enough. And on mouse as well, you'll need that too. I'm not saying it's broken, but you just need to do it. Otherwise, yeah, it won't work, guys, it won't work. So when you're done, launch this sucker in, see what amazing game it was. And yes, I tried to play it on Windows 8, it doesn't work, so if you have Windows 10, you're safe. If you have Windows 8, tough shit, won't launch. So I had to play it on my old PC. Thankfully it works. Not good as I wanted to, but still it works. So what's Turok all about? It's a first-person shooter with this Quake Doom style action, but much more gruesome. I mean, when I got back playing it again after all these years, I haven't played a long time, I felt dizzy a little bit. I mean, the camera work here is a little bit off, I should say. It's like, it's so 3D. I thought for real it was so 3D movement like this, so I can barely see where am I going. But in time your eyes get used to this game and a whole lot of fun start to get through. And well, what's to talk about here in Turok, except for gameplay, I think. I think it's one of those games where actually there is no need for story, story isn't that essential here. I still don't understand what's going on over here. I just see those people are bad and I have to kill them and that's it. Seriously, it's a Turok. I don't think there's need a place for storyline. You have your simple character who is badass enough, who can kill anybody, and in this case are dinosaurs and many other different creatures. You travel in different worlds here, and there's one big bad guy who you need to kill, otherwise he'll kill the whole universe. Simple stuff, you know. And yeah, that's it. I don't think there's anything else about the story. So yeah, I think this is one of the games where you can actually just not give a damn about what's going on, just have lots of fun killing everybody. And gameplay is strong in this one. The force is strong with this one. So, like I said, there are about 20 different weapons to use. And they're all cool to use, they're all different, and they all have such badass design. Well, obviously now there's this bow and arrows, which Turok uses across all games. He always has bow, even in the reboot there was also bow. So, but there are many other games like pistols, shotguns, machine guns, rocket launchers, well, you know the drill. All that good stuff from the old 90s games. But here it's a little bit different, because, like I said, the gore is really strong in this one. You can do decapitations, you can shoot off limbs of your enemies, and then they'll start screeching and, you know, doing some death animations, which are really cool, I must say. They are really cool. Nothing ever can be compared to the death animation of your enemies in this game. This takes the cake. It's the king of death animations and decapitations. I know there's such thing as Dead Space, but it's more about being killed than kill them. Isaac Clarke can die 1,000 times. Yes, different ways, but here, killing random dinos, so much fun. And there, like I said, different weapons, many different ones. And also they have like different ammunition, well, mostly just two ammunition types. Simple ammunition and more badass, I should say. And they're like two types of the same gun, like you have a simple pistol and you can find a more devastating, more badass pistol, which is, it does more damage. Same for shotgun, same for bow itself, even tech bow, which is titular weapon of the game, is it has a scope, simply. Surprisingly enough, it has a scope. I don't see it anywhere on the animation, but it still does. Two scope weapons, sniper rifle and bow, so go figure. But anyway, like I said, I really don't know what to talk about here except for the fact that it's just so much fun killing everybody, having fun dismembering enemies.
I am Turok!
Shotgun. Child rescued.
Thank you, Turok.
And there are of course places to go, like six different levels, and finally there's a boss. Well, there are like four bosses I think, and 3 times you need to protect a totem, some kind of totem, energy totem, which is essential to the story. Like I said, I don't have a clue what's going on, so I don't give a fuck. And there are also main objectives. In each world there are 2 main objectives you must do. If you don't do them, you'll be kicked back at the start of the level. So you have to not redo everything, but you have to go from A to B to C. Here comes the most annoying part of the game. Like James Rolfe many times said, he hates games where the fuck do I go type of games, and this is one of them, where the fuck do I go type of game. Because there's no compass. There is a map, but good luck to you figuring it out. Sometimes you come across some pathways, I mean, and you have to figure out where to go, and then you come back, and then you figure out, did I go there? Do I have to go here? Do I need to do something else? And there are many switches on the walls which you have to push and use, and they open up different doors or secret passageways, but you never know unless you see that. So that's my main problem with the game, is that sometimes I just have no clue where I have to go. And that's 6 levels, and all of them are big labyrinths. So basically it's like an exploring game. You have to figure out where to go, what to do. It's not like a linear game like Call of Duty or Wolfenstein the same, no. This one is exploring. The levels are very big. Of course, the single level is divided into little stages. You go to different stages by using teleport. And each of them are located at the end of each sub-level. So you have to travel around the whole level until you can go to the very last stargates. I call them stargates, where you can do your main objective, like killing a boss or defending the totem from mobs of enemies. So that's it. And as far as I know, you can just simply go around and doing all the stuff. There's also different keys you have to pick up during your levels, and it's really advised to pick all secret stuff in single level, I mean whole world, so you won't have to get back again there, because if you go back to a different world you can't escape it until you finish it. And I kind of fucked up already when I played recently. So you have to find random keys which will open the gates to different worlds. You have to find nuke weapons which will help somehow. I don't know, guys, I never beat this game. I never beat it, but I love it passionately, it's very good. And there's also problems with this game, is like not moving. The game is actually difficult, it's really difficult in times. You can die pretty easily. But the most painful thing for me in the whole game is jumping. Yeah, like in 2D side-scroll games like Castlevania or Mega Man, jumping is essential. Here it is as well, because you're playing from third-person view, and jumping here is really hard to do. In times I'm trying to jump and I can't reach the other part of the ground. I can't jump over the gap. I can't even jump to a ladder sometimes because I am jumping incorrectly. Because you have to jump, if you're almost doing leap of faith, you have to jump from the very edge of the ground you're standing on. Like doing a little run over and jumping. And sometimes I can do it, sometimes I just fall and it really hurts me. But still, I can live with that.
Ultra health. Full health.
It's also one of those games where soundtrack is really good. I just love it. The very first level, very first world, I must say, the soundtrack is just bombarding you. It's just so epic, so good. You can't just stop and don't like it. You just
Welcome, Turok.
immerse yourself in this world. I know there's some stuff kinda I don't understand, like what's going on over here, but still. You have shit ton of weapons, you dismember your enemies, you blow off their hands or legs or heads, finally. And, there's this sick music playing. I mean, lots of fun. It's one of those games, guys, it's one of those hidden gem on PC and Nintendo 64, obviously. So, if you never played Turok 2, I highly recommend it. Like I said, I didn't play all of them. I think officially I only played this one and Reboot, so I can't really say if they are all the same or not. I played a little bit of Evolution on PS2, a little bit, but I was too young back then. I didn't understand those games. I actually, when I first time saw Evolution, I thought, oh, it's gonna be as good as Turok 2, but nope. It was a little bit worse in my opinion, but like I said, I didn't play that much, so I can judge it fairly. This one I can, and I say it's like gold. It's hidden gem, gold, whatever you like to call it. It's that just good. It can beat any modern slasher game anytime, any day. Only because it has a lot of gore and badass weaponry. I know such things like Quake, Doom, Serious Sam, Duke Nukem, they all have lots of weapons. And they're all fun games, they're all good, but this one is just It has fucking dinosaurs. How can you not like it? Oh, by the way, there's also a level where you can actually ride the dinosaur and shoot rockets and guns from its back. Badass. Just no words. Badass. That's it. I'm afraid I don't have anything else to add here because really it's just that good game. If there were no that much problems with it, I would have made this video longer, but that's it. I can't add anything here. There's even a cheat codes, like in the main menu there's enter cheat option, like the game knows you're gonna cheat because the game is hard. But I'm not doing that anymore. I was too young back then and I used it, but right now no, I'm trying to play it legally without help or anything else. But at times, like I said, it's where the fuck do I go type of situation, and yeah, I struggle and I need some help from internet to figure out where to go. So yeah. Anyway, Turok 2 Seeds of Evil is one of the best in the series, in my opinion. I love it very much and I highly recommend you guys to play it again. There's still an opportunity for you to download from online, because I don't have any discs anymore, so I had to download it. And there were problems with this game, basically music didn't play. All I had to do is to make an image of soundtrack in my hard drive, like I have it right there. So music will play, otherwise I'll just have a silent Turok, which is no good for this game. You always need this type of music and it's really badass. So I still have lots of time to play it, I still need to complete the game. Maybe will do it this year, maybe I'll end this chapter of my life completing Turok 2. I don't know. I did complete Turok Reboot. It was okay. It wasn't great, but it was okay. So yeah. But here's a little recommendation for you guys if you're looking for something else. I know it's off topic, but still, I just love to give some good advice. If you want to play a really good strategy old school game, like Command and Conquer, but something else, I can give you just one name. Dune. That's right, Dune by Frank Herbert. Well, I mean by Westwood Studios, because the games were made by Westwood Studios, same who made Command and Conquer. And obviously enough, you guys played Dune 2 on Sega Genesis and probably on PCs. MS-DOS, I mean. Yeah, those were the times. Those games were good and such, but there is one strategy Dune game which I really adore. And it was actually the very last game of Dune. They were released, it was released in 2001. No more Dune games ever created since that time, and I highly recommend you guys this very last Dune game, strategy game, Emperor: The Battle for Dune. And yes, it kick ass. So yeah. If you want more info about this game, just ask me, because I'm not allowed to talk about two games in the same video. It's not right, it's not right. So, yeah. Bottom line here, Turok 2, a great game, I love it. So go download or buy it if you can. It is such a good classic, you shouldn't miss it. Now I'm out. I'll see you guys in the next video.